are you? Nice to meet you, Awa.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming here today. My name is Aladdin. I will be your counselor for today. And I know that you have signed the consent at the front desk. Just to reassure you, there is nothing to worry about. It is just a confidentiality agreement that everything will happen between us here is confidential unless there is an imminent harm on yourself or others. Would that be okay?
Very okay.
Perfect. So maybe we can start with what brings you here today, Aaron?
I actually came here today because I have a high dependency on caffeine. I drink a lot of caffeine and I depend on it to carry out my daily activities. So it actually helps me to carry out my daily activity, but I don't like the fact that I'm solely dependent on caffeine. And it has caused me sleepless nights and so many headaches.
So it sounds like a caffeine addiction that giving you troubles while for sleeping, like abnormal sleeping rhythm, headaches, and you feel like tied to it to carry out your daily activities.
Exactly.
I understand. I totally understand. Can you tell me more about your caffeine use in general, like how it is impacting your day-to-day life?
It actually helps me in my day-to-day life because I'm able to carry out my activities. I have a huge load of work that I feel like 24 hours is too small for me. And with caffeine, I'm able to hit all my targets and goals. But it's rather unfortunate for me that I solely depend on this caffeine to carry out these activities. As a result of that, I'm unable to sleep when I actually want to sleep, because it takes time for the caffeine to wear out of my system. So it gives me so much headache.
Yeah, so it seems that it is impacting your sleeping rhythm. You stay awake late at night. You don't have enough sleep. And gives you unwanted headaches.
Exactly.
And you can't carry out your daily activities without consuming caffeine. Yeah, I totally understand that. How do you think your life would change if you maybe reduced or cut down or even stopped at all consuming caffeine?
Health-wise, I feel I'll have more sleep, which is good for my health. And caffeine is not really good for my health. I think so from what I hear. And I will not have constant headache, which may lead to some other things I may not be aware of. So I think health-wise, but unfortunately, activity-wise may not really favor me.
So apparently, you believe that you will have a better sleeping rhythm, better sleep, you will sleep early, maybe more. You will not be experiencing those unwanted headaches. This is how you see your life might be changing if you cut down on your caffeine use or even stop totally. What are some other reasons that make you want to cut down, reduce, or even stop caffeine use at all?
Nothing more, just don't like the fact that I depend on caffeine as a whole. I could say caffeine is actually not good for my health. So I really want to cut down on my caffeine.
Yeah, so you also believe that your caffeine consumption is impacting your health negatively.
I don't know yet, but I feel
like
it will be in the long run.
And this is one more reason for you to start thinking about reducing, cutting down, or stopping caffeine use.
Yeah.
Great. I totally understand that now. So can we maybe delve more about your caffeine use. How, like, do you drink caffeine on daily basis, maybe?
Yeah, I drink caffeine on a regular basis and every day.
How many cups per day?
3 cups a day, large cups to be precise.
Oh, so 3 large cups a day. Have you tried maybe to reduce that amount, like reducing it from 3 to 2 or 1?
I've actually tried to reduce the amount, but it didn't really work in my favor. Other times I have tried to substitute caffeine for tea, normal
Maybe
Lipton tea or any tea bag, but it didn't actually work quite well for me. I see myself going back to caffeine.
Yeah, but like I'm curious, like if you can remember like a specific situation where your caffeine use directly impacted you, maybe in a negative way. Like how did you handle that? Do you ever like tried some strategies to change this situation?
I can't remember really, but I feel like the negative impact caffeine has on me is the fact that I'm able to really sleep at night, especially when I want to. So sometimes when I go to sleep I want to sleep by 2, 3 a.m. in the morning to prepare myself for the next day. It's kind of impossible. I just find myself ready for the next day because I don't have sleep. So I think that's all I could say about the negative impact caffeine.
Yeah, so like it seems that you can easily remember how it is impacting your sleeping specifically,
Yeah, specifically.
maybe on daily pattern.
Exactly.
Okay, don't worry about it. We will like I will help you to get through this. We'll work together, of course.
Sure.
But I was wondering, like, how do you think people might notice on if our reduced or cut down or maybe stop their caffeine use?
I really don't think people will notice anything about
Nothing will
that
change
because
for
I
them.
don't have any physical symptoms to show about my caffeine intake or my regular intake of caffeine.
Totally understood. I'm also wondering, like, how do you think your body would react if you cut down, reduced, or stopped using caffeine all of a sudden? Maybe?
I think my body will have more rest
Oh,
no
good.
headaches.
Yeah, I hear you. I can totally understand how it might feel challenging and maybe a bit of a struggle when we try to cut down on certain habits, or in your case, cutting down on something that we use for energy and focus. Definitely, I can totally relate and understand how it is challenging and difficult, especially if you feel like you are tied to that dependency. Like I can't function well without consuming caffeine. But at the same time, I can see that you have this motive to initiate a change. You are willing to change this, correct? Am I wrong?
You're very correct. I really want to change.
I totally understand and respect that. By the way, I would like to share a bit about me. I have been like in the same position before, so I can totally relate to that. I've been trying to cut down or stop, unwanted habits before, and yes, for sure, it is really challenging. In my personal experience, it wasn't easy. It was challenging, but again, the bright side of it, as you feel motivated to initiate a change, in my personal experience, it is rewarding now. Like it's challenging, but the results are definitely rewarding. Do you feel like that motive to get that reward by initiating a change, achieving a change, the change you want?
Yeah.
Perfect, super good. So let's explore together, me and you, some specific strategies for to reduce her caffeine intake, maybe cut down on it or even stop it totally. What do you think will work the best for in achieving this wanted change?
I feel a substitute will work perfectly well for me. If there is a substitute that will enable me to carry out my daily activities, it will work.
Yeah, so from what I'm hearing, what I'm understanding, you're struggling with your caffeine consumption. Maybe it's like some sort of caffeine addiction. You haven't tried something specific before. It's impacting your sleeping rhythm. You are not getting enough sleep. You're having those unwanted headaches. And you believe that there is a bright future if you stopped or reduced, then you will not be tied to this, dependency. I can't do my tasks without getting my, caffeine dose today. And you're motivated to initiate a change. And the most beautiful thing is that you know exactly what strategy works best for you, which is having a substitute. Am I following right?
Yeah, following.
Amazing, Awa. In this case, let me help you with providing the needed resources. As we request, I think using decaffeinated coffee would work the best for you. It is just replacing your usual coffee drink with decaffeinated one to just avoid the unwanted negative impacts. Would that be interesting?
Very much interesting for me.
Perfect, Awa. Within less than an hour after we finish with our meeting, I will share the resources about where you can buy your decaffeinated caffeine, whether it's grocery shops or coffee shops, so it would be easily accessible for you. Will you be interested in that?
I will be very much interested in that.
Perfect. Within less than an hour, you'll receive my detailed email, and I would love to see you for a follow-up to hear back how things are working with your decaffeinated new caffeine coffee.
Thank you very much.
And before you leave, I would like to hear how you feel about our session today.
Our session for me was okay. As you also said, the problem change, the problem has solved. So I feel I'm on the right path.
Great. See you in the follow-up whenever you feel comfortable. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.